say?
Oh, I think, we'll continue offering the hybrid model. And they talk, and they encourage, if you watch the whole video, they encourage to do what you can do. Right. That's what we're looking for, we want access. But I just want to make sure that we meet the laws, because, it's important that we adhere to the laws and such. So I was under the same impression she's on, that it was required as a local that we needed to be hybrid. And obviously we don't. Our committees, our advisory committees, don't either. But we'll, in fact, if you listen, they don't have to do meeting minutes. However, that is, as a board here, we will continue to ask them to do that.
Even advisory.
Even advisory, sure. I think it's, we want to know what's going on. I think it's for transparency and just to let everyone know what's going on. We should do as much as we can.
Certainly simplifies it.
So when we have a meltdown with the owl and the computer,
Yeah, for example.
we can't be remotely, and it's still okay with,
That's
as long as
right.
we have our meeting notes and.
Yeah, like we had a meeting that I couldn't get, had some weird name up there for me.
Right.
And
How are you audio recording it though without the Apple? Is it being audio?
We have this,
we have Mad River as well, and that's audio.
yeah, so we have this separately, and we keep
It
this.
was a couple meetings ago. Audio recorder.
So,
I don't know.
the
It
meeting.
might be in-
Oh, no,
I think.
No, I watched it on TV.
Yes,
The meeting I missed, I watched on TV.
No, she was here and it was like a month ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, like her, the camera didn't work or whatever,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, no, one meeting I tried to zoom in and they completely changed the Zoom platform.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago, so,
Yeah.
yeah, I was concerned about that too. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes
So
when
that
I want to go
means-
for a meeting, you don't want to start it in case if you're breaking the law for a meeting laws.
Yeah.
You might feel
No, we don't want that.
if that should happen.
To,
But we are making every effort, and we've got a new computer and such, so it's been working well the last couple of weeks. I don't know what. So is there anything that people have questions about? Don, I know you brought it up a couple of different times during the meeting law.
I just wanted to make sure that we just got it and, that we were all got ourselves up to speed about it and like we just said, having our committees and advisory committees at least submit the meeting notes,
Right.
which I think
Everyone
everybody's
seems to be doing, I don't see it not happening. I'm sure I have to know about it, but if it slips through, we'll try to make sure it doesn't. Sasha, one of the things, if you could just make sure you kind of review it too, just so that we're archiving the stuff, the number of days, like we want to make sure 30 days after they've been approved, so we don't start counting. It's not after this meeting, it's after they've been approved, so it's almost 60 days probably before meeting minutes can be taken down. The audio one, or the video ones from the website. The written meeting minutes we need to keep for 1 year. And that's 1 year from the date of the meeting.
I think they just archive on the.
Yeah, I mean, we have them for years,
Yeah.
but at a minimum, we need to make sure that
2 years.
there is, I just want to make sure I want to hear from you that there is something in place that we are archiving them for at least that.
And they get printed and put in land records too.
They get what?
They get printed and put in land records as well.
Okay, all right. All right, so we have plenty of copies there.
Yep, that's where all our, we have 50 years of minutes in the vault in Berlin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's good. I mean, there's things that, I know my tenure here at the board, there's been a number of things that we've got to go back several years in meeting minutes that someone's found that answers a question or opens up Pandora's box and the other stuff. Usually big box
I do have a couple concerns if I could speak for less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
The DRB has been not posting their minutes in the years prior to this year for over 30 days. And sometimes posting the minutes with saying things that did not happen during the open meeting session, saying they made decisions when they did not make a decision during the open meetings, when they had the open meetings. So that is
Give me an
concerning.
example, Travis.
Yeah, there's an example, probably, I would have to look at the exact date, I don't have that in front of me, but basically, what I'm saying is, they haven't made a decision, they've closed the open meeting, and then later on, the minutes says that they made a decision during the open meeting, when the meeting has already been closed, 30 days later. I had to go to court a couple years ago because I went up to look at a flyer on a legal trail and to see if any decision has been made, and that was over 18 days after the meeting happened. And so that person eventually sued me for taking a picture of the flyer. And I had to go to court because I did not know if there has been a decision or not. 18 days after the meeting, the hearing was closed. So that cost me quite a bit of money, you know, trying to just see some open meeting information. The Planning Commission has had a meeting in October 2nd where they never posted an agenda prior to the meeting. There is a meeting of, I want to say October of last year of the select board where the minutes were never been posted. I want to say October 21, I don't know unless I look. I'm not saying for sure.
When was that?
October 21st.
There was one meeting
A
last
year
year
ago?
that we didn't have a quorum and it was just canceled.
This one was not canceled.
October 21st?
2024?
I would have to look just really briefly, but carry on with something else. But and I just, you know, these are just some little bit of notes. I know mistakes happen, but I'm just concerned because at one time when the DRB didn't post, it did pursue into a much, much, much bigger issue for myself that cost me over $6,000. And I did approach the DRB, I did stress my concerns to them.
One thing we're changing, that I think things will actually get on the internet or on our website a little bit quicker, is Carol is now going to start doing the posting for us. So she's, this week, we're transitioning, it'll probably be a couple of weeks before she has complete control of doing the website. But she's doing the meeting minutes for the DRB now, and so I'm thinking we should be able to get those. And she's really good. The meeting minutes that I've seen from her that she does for us, and John Riley has expressed his confidence in her doing it in good minutes. So I think, Travis, we're going to be able to get those things narrowed up. From here, we'll look into the one on the 21st, and I don't know what happened where we have known that we're trying to not disclose to people.
No, I mean, the select board is usually within, right on 5 days.
Yeah.
You know, right on. I know Carol, you said,
Yeah.
she has also been doing a lot of minutes for a lot of other
Boards too, all around
boards
about
and
it.
committees and stuff. And, you know, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And she took minutes of the planning commission, the last meeting. I know she was sick, not the last one, the one before. But the last meeting was finally posted on the 7th day. So, you know, there's that 5-day period. And those aren't business days either, those are calendar days.
Right.
So, but those are slightly little concerns, you know, just trying to make them, you know,
Well,
as
I
much as
think this is one of the reasons why we want to discuss the meeting tonight, our laws, just so we, you know, we hear from people and also ourselves, so we can send out, pardon me, I should be closer here, clarify to everyone, this is our expectation. And when Carol gets up and going, she's going to send a letter up to everyone, so they know that she is the webmaster at this point and to send meeting minutes. We've already got an account or an email set up. So it should work fairly smooth, we hope.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're working, talking about tonight for, and I appreciate the time.
All right, thanks, Charles. John, how are you doing? We got John and Karen online.
Oh, scared them.
Yeah, I don't know why mine comes up with your name, Tom. I didn't do it on purpose.
Much better looking Thomas Martin than the one sitting here, so that's just fine.
You got Karen.
And we got Karen as well. Good evening, Karen, how are you?
Well, how are you?
Hey, not too bad, thanks. So we're gonna move on unless there's any other discussion on open meeting law. Donnie?
No, I would just recommend that, everybody watch that video by the Secretary of State. I'm about halfway through it myself, but, it's very informative, and it's pretty well done.
Put it on, and I was driving today and I wasn't watching, I was listening.
Good, yeah, right.
So, anyways, we are gonna move ahead and we have the informational meeting, town meeting discussion. Thanks for the committee. We've gone ahead and changed a number of or taken your recommendations. I think last time we were here, we knew that, we moved town meeting to the 4 o'clock hour on Tuesday. The pre-town meeting will be our next select board meeting, which is the 18th. We'll do our meeting and then we'll go into the informational meeting.
So our meeting will be at 5, and then the informational meeting at 6.
Yes,
So we've been putting out there,
yeah, so we'll do that.
okay?
And the informational meeting, did you guys have any recommendations or anything that you wanted to share with us about what you're looking or would like to see, or would you like to hear from us first?
I think we were thinking that we would have the same sort of informational meeting, but at this earlier date. And then people would have an opportunity to ask their questions and sort of digest it before town meeting itself.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. I think, we could start with a fairly simple agenda that we usually do have, any candidates that are running, we should get that, go through that. And then take a look at the budget, go through the budget and see what we have for questions on that. And then any of the articles, as well. I think we should probably invite the Mad River Valley rec person, Laura
Anderson, yeah.
To come in.
Moretown meeting, yeah.
and give a little discussion about the proposal.
Yeah.
And then just kind of free form, let, hopefully, I guess we're gonna have it in the cafeteria, so we can do, what do you guys think is the best way to make people feel comfortable and just discuss things? I mean, that's what we're looking for, right? How do we want to set up the room?
Well, one of the things we've been talking about, sorry, you can call me if you don't want me to jump in.
No, please, that's what I'm asking, please, yeah.
Yeah, one of the things we've been thinking about is how, like, as you were saying, trying to make it user-friendly, so maybe having chairs arranged more in a circle with the select board on the same level.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
And also, a speaker system. We're looking for, Donnie's on that one, but looking for a speaker system that is better than what they have at the school, because that's a little difficult to hear.
No, I think that's, speaker system or some kind of acoustics is very important for both the pre-town meeting and the town meeting, because there's nothing where the people don't come, the neighbors, you'll have to invite them and let them know we have
A better
a
sound
better
system.
system, because they don't come because they can't hear it. And I'm sure there are other people like that out there. So,
I don't think the sound in the cafeteria will be as key as when we're in the gym.
I would fully agree.
Yeah.
I think the cafeteria, most of us can probably speak up and be heard in that area.
Right. I went to a Harvard
The echo.
budget presentation
Yeah.
there. And they had chairs and tables, and people were just, and then they had some boards and people sitting in that back, the kitchen's over here, so the wall over here. And
So just so I don't send out the wrong thing in my post, the pre-town meeting is in the cafeteria, not the gym?
yes,
Okay, I'm making that change right now.
yeah, we're
Sure,
about to
that's
set.
it. So that's good.
But that was a recommendation from you guys, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but you know, we sometimes forget, right? So,
No,
that's
that
good.
that was, you know, and I've talked about that with Kate Lipstadt. And I'm gonna plan on meeting with her before the 18th, just to kind of go over where we are with everything.
And I think with that intimate setting like that, more people, you're apt to talk and say something, you know, or at least interact, maybe not, but, no, I think it'll be good.
So I've also been talking with some folks, and actually Chris Stevenson was helping me this afternoon. We're talking about how the gym could be set up when we move to having a town meeting there, whether we have chairs and some tables, so that some people could be in some chairs and some rows, but also sitting around some tables, if that's easier to take notes. And if we are as successful as we're all hoping, you know, when the meeting is done and we move into the potluck, there might not be enough room in the cafeteria per se, that people will move to the gym, and there'll be still be some tables there with some chairs that people can sit around, and we're still trying to suss out or figure out how to, you know, maybe have a little interaction with some of the committees in town. You know, they're not this community service fair so much, but that some of the committees will be there and people can talk to them, or, you know, maybe find out a little bit more, that so someday they might consider.
I think that is a real good idea, and I know Chris mentioned even broadening a little bit.
Yeah, he did mention broadening a little bit, and my answer to that, to him, is please, we're all open to brainstorm here, is, you know, maybe for this first year, we just keep it to like the Historical Society, the Rec Committee, the Planning, the DRB, the PTO, Friends of the Moretown Library.
You get the fire department there too.
Oh, and the fire department, you know, just kind of keep it to that before we bring in.
No, if you're gonna get that many, I was
Yeah, well, let's hope we can, you know, yeah, the fire department, that's a good.
Stefan should have something set up for recruitment, I would
Yeah.
imagine there.
You could, yeah. And, you know, maybe the PTO would have some, you know, drinks or something that they could, you know, they could sell, a bake sale of the Historical Societies, might have, sell some coffee.
Fundraising.
Yeah, they could, you know, but the Historical Society is also going to have like their little history booklet there available, and they have some nice kit now in the history center, some t-shirts and beer mug, and they have some nice stuff over there.
So when you're setting it up, I mean,
Yeah,
it sounds like you're doing it, but in the past, the board has been like set back and too far and or out, and you can't see, and again, it seems like it's us and them.
Right.
And I'm not, you know, if we
Maybe get it, you know, so it's a little more intimate.
Right.
I agree.
Is there any way we can be up on stage or something?
I don't
No,
know
the
if
stage- no, the stage puts us in another place. Yeah.
I like the idea of being closer together, the select board and the audience.
Or you can hit us with something, right, Karen?
Yeah. So,
Push further away from
As
the
long as-
stage.
as long as there's a metal
Yeah,
detector
how
out
far
front.
they're
Because we're
Tomatoes
sitting
is
there
kind of
all
expensive.
here,
What?
it's the heater.
Yeah, no one's gonna throw
Yeah,
any
how
that
far into the middle of the room?
Yeah, because when the heater kicks on, that's all we can
That
hear
is
sitting
true.
at that table.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Good
remember
point.
that, yeah.
You know, move further away from that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
But even if we were set up from the other way,
Yeah.
or something, yeah, that thing kicks on, you can't hear shit. And,
Well, maybe do it at the other end of the room.
yeah.
I don't know.
Right in the middle.
You know,
I don't know.
in the middle.
Right in the middle.
You don't want everybody coming in the door every time too, you don't wanna be like,
Could be sort of a circle.
oh, we could also do it maybe sideways instead of front and back.
Yeah, because if you're in the middle of the two doors, so that way people can come in
Come
with
in
the
and
side.
go, right, and get
Yeah.
it all the way in the back, like, and then, it would be more, I think that
A
would
little field trip over there.
be, well, that certainly would be more intimate if we were to go sideways, so it's not like, you know, way down there and way down here, if we, everybody's got.
Oh, I see what you're saying,
Yeah,
right.
with the whole setup sideways, and then
Then you
do
got
that.
a masonry wall on this side.
I think those two doors is like a big hallway that people can come in and out if they want,
Yeah.
they can kind of, you know, here and there, and their way down the tap area.
So, another item just to,
Hey, Donnie, one thing, you may have already said this, so are you gonna get Greg in the loop on this? It's still Greg, right?
yes, when I talked to Kate, she said Greg would be fine with what we were talking about. But I also suggested that, you know, we meet again, you know, when I met with her 3 or 4 weeks ago, we were still in the preliminary stages, so, the plan is to regroup with her before the 18th, just to get things in place, especially the potluck and, you know, what kind of, are there utensils there that we can use, you know, food waste and trash recycling, stuff like that. You know, in the little link that people are gonna have to indicate whether they're gonna bring something for the potluck. There's suggestion of bringing your own, you know, utensils, but as we saw in the thing for the town garage, we named, you know, some people brought it, but we had to supply it, which we did, you know, and we had people help wash and clean up. So once we establish a few more of these items, we need to really dial in some volunteers as well, you know, for setup and cleanup and such. But an important item that came about, we brainstormed this afternoon is, and Karen had sent a note about the childcare would be from like from 3:45 to like 6:15 or 6:30, in the hope that, you know, the meeting will go 2.5 hours with some of the way we changed some of the articles. And I talked to Dara Tori about maybe we keep the report, you know, somewhat, you know, a little quicker, stuff like that. But the voting time, so if the meeting does go to 6:30 and the polls typically close at 7.
7.
Yeah, so is that a statute?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the standard.
Yes.
7 to 7.
Yeah, well, so that, you know, I don't know if that, you know, if someone wants to wait and vote after the meeting at 6:30, you know, and, you know, get up, you know.
Well,
what I mean,
we'll have
you
to
know.
announce and make sure people understand.
Yeah,
okay,
We're
yeah.
meeting that poll closes at 7.
But I think also if, and Sasha maybe can correct me if I'm wrong, I think that if somebody's in line to vote at 7, you let them vote.
That's Sherwin's.
You don't close the voting if somebody's in line.
So, I don't know if you heard Sasha, Karen, but, so that's the treasurer, account clerk treasurer's, call, and in the past, she's always allowed anyone that's at the door, in the door at 7 to vote, so I don't see that changing.
Right, yeah, and I don't think that'll be a big, I don't think you'll have a huge
As long as you're
lineup.
in line, and it's not.
That would be a good problem to have, you know?
Right.
To have a line of people voting.
And then the only other thing I wanted to just bring to everybody's attention, you know, the board and obviously Sasha and Cheryl is, you know, as we go along, you know, that other people post about the meeting, you know, like one day you write, you know,
Oh, okay.
you'll post something about, hey, you know,
Okay.
and, you know, there's a potluck, but you don't necessarily have to bring food, you know, come for a free meal, whatever.
Potluck, you don't have to bring food, just bring either pot or luck, right?
Yeah, one of the two, right, sure, that'll go over very well, we'll get more attendance. But, you know, as, you know, because we've pretty much got it dialed in for the information that we want to have in the postings about the link for the childcare and a link for, you know, if you're gonna sign up to bring some food, so, and also how you can volunteer. So, but it will be good you know, some of us will post it as well. I think Karen's getting ready to post another one tomorrow maybe, or Karen?
Well, I have a draft that I sent to Sasha, but I don't, which I'll fix up regarding the cafeteria at least. But Sasha, I think, is the one, Sasha or Sherilyn posted, I didn't
Yeah,
post
I think
it.
Cheryl is, okay.
Yeah,
But we'll continue to do that, so
Yeah.
let's, John,
yeah, we should, right, okay. Other than that, that's, we're just, it's a work, still a work in progress, but it's coming together, you know?
So I had one question about the potluck. We had talked at one point about maybe having the potluck started at time certain, but we decided not to do that because people wouldn't come back to the meeting after dinner. So do you have any thoughts about that?
probably I would just let it go until after the meeting.
That's what I would think, yeah.
At the conclusion, of
Okay.
potluck at the conclusion of the meeting. And we're pretty good about dialing, and, we've had meetings that, at 10 o'clock, we've had to stretch out to get to noon to get to lunch, and then other ones, you've talked forever, and then all of a sudden lunch comes, and we just shut the meeting down, basically, until you don't talk anymore. So I think we can kind of time it and get it done at 6:30.
Yep, and then,
So, Karen, Donnie, I missed our last meeting, but were we able to lump some of those articles for the nonprofits to shorten that list?
Sasha, you were able to put those together? Yes.
yeah, they did that, yep. Yeah,
I think that's gonna make a big difference.
Yeah, it may or may, people will, it could even bring it longer, who knows, because they'll be wondering what's going on, so, we'll see.
Why did you do this?
Exactly.
Does anyone just
To
before?
save time. We did it to save time.
So before we sign, move on to something else, is the thought of trying to have some of our other committees and stuff there, trying to be a presence?
Yeah,
And then have it so that at the potluck there's mingling or something?
I think that,
Should they have tables set up or just be floating around?
I think it'd be nice if everyone had a table, or they were split at a table.
Yeah.
Can I
That's,
If you do the table for the select board on that back wall, and do kind of like what you guys were talking about, Robin, the hallway between the two doors, on the sides where the stage is, and then on that wall on the other side, they could put tables for that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or in that, or maybe in the hallway itself.
Yeah,
Because that way the conversations could go on and people. and-
so they're not distracting
So they're not
someone.
distracting, and,
well, except maybe that some of those people would want to be at town meeting, like maybe it would be after town meeting, if you have a chance to mingle with some of the committees or something.
I don't know, I think they should be set up, try to have some presence from 4 on. So maybe it should be in the meeting if they want to, someone wants to listen to the meeting and kind of tend their table or something.
Yeah, if it's far enough away from the middle scene.
Yeah.
Or you can even have a little cheesy poster board placard on each one for each committee or location, and then
Well, we
if
gotta-
somebody saw someone walk over to it, they can go, oh, somebody just said.
We've got a, so far only, yeah, okay.
One table, you could do multiple
Yeah.
committees probably.
Yeah, but something to announce them so that people are, again.
Well, we as a board can say, hello, we have such and such committees are here. Please,
There'll be representatives from each committee staggered out.
I'd like to go chat with
Meeting,
them
yeah.
about,
Well, and some of them will be pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Like the historical society, things like that, will all be
Yeah.
fairly obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
The rec committee, I think, will do a good display, so, let people know that.
Okay. Well,
I
that's,
did have just one other thought that I'm sure the select board has been thinking about, but I imagine you'll get a fair number of questions about the floods and, paying for the floods and what we're getting from FEMA and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Is that a statement or a question or?
That's like
I think just make sure you have Ray there, or Tom, you gotta be ready to answer the question, that's what she's trying to say.
Yes, we will.
We're gonna come in full rain gear, just so you know.
And we have also in the select board report, we wrote up some stuff on the fly, give some people some ideas, but I think Ray's gonna be at the meeting. If not, I've been into a lot of meetings, so we can probably figure it out.
Do you think for pre-town meeting though, that Cheryl Lynn could maybe come to that as well?
Yeah.
To talk about the, for questions on
She
the
usually
budget and
does.
stuff?
Yeah,
She usually does.
Yeah, okay, good.
And she's gonna be at town meeting and I'm gonna be here.
Oh, cool.
So she can answer questions.
The budget questions, like,
Yeah.
instead of running back and forth.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll stay at it. Pre-town meeting, I think, is fairly straightforward, but we got some more work to organize on, town meeting. And so we'll probably, do we meet once more before?
Well,
No, we meet, the 18th is pre-town meeting. Oh, and then bada bing, bada boom, it's town meeting.
Right.
Right, okay.
So any questions you have for town meeting, make sure you bring to the next meeting.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about it at pre-town.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're already gonna have all the articles blocked together at pre-town meeting, so anybody's gonna have a bunch of questions about those, hopefully we'll just
That's
bring it up
good.
then and
Yeah.
say, hey, we
Yeah.
blocked together a bunch of these articles, we want everybody know, we're doing it to save time, so when town meeting comes,
Because the lasagna will still be hot.
Exactly.
You'll have to repeat that at town meeting, but I think it's good.
Yeah, but, everybody will at least have fair warning of it, because,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
just-
Have you gotten any complaints about the time change or anything to me? Like, any feedback on how we're doing it?
You guys know?
Most of the people, I've been like, everybody I see who I know who lives in Moretown, I tell them about it, I'll keep an eye on social media or the website. And most everybody I've told is, like, oh, that's a great idea, I can probably come this time, because they can't leave work or
Right.
this and that. So most people I've chatted with are behind it.
So thank you to the committee for doing
Yeah.
your due diligence. You started this it was less than a year ago. You got
I think we started in the spring. we
Yeah.
started
Right after
talking
town.
about- Yeah,
Town meeting. Well,
yeah,
thank you for all the efforts, and
well, it's,
I'm sure a lot of it will work, some may not work, but we'll adapt.
we'll be looking for.
You gotta try, right?
Right.
We gotta try, and we'll be looking for all your specialties that we make,
All our specialties.
what kind of, bring a dish,
Yeah. What do you bring, John?
I'll have to talk to my,
So you're not in the meeting?
I'll be doing,
Good.
He could bring grilled bread, that's good.
yeah.
Grilled bread?
Yeah, good, I'll bring.
Take over the-
Yeah, let's start, John.
Yeah. that's-
Karen, I know you're great with
Desserts.
your cakes. You did
Yeah.
that. What's that? Cake you did not, it was like a lemon or, what the heck, was it lemon or something?
Oh, that was coconut.
Coconut.
Yeah.
Yes, that was.
He remembers too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because it came in second, but no cartoons.
But you're not there.
I had
But
the
I'm not
first
good,
votes.
no.
She was wrong.
It was Hogo that voted against you. He wanted Johnny, so.
Yeah, somehow, I don't know how Johnny always gets those votes in there.
So,
It's his special
Yeah.
ingredients that Johnny puts in
Yeah,
his.
that's it,
Anyways.
All right.
Well, thank you very much. Karen or John, anything else you want to share with us?
No, thank you for going along with all this. I'm thinking it's gonna be good.
Oh, I think it's going to be good. It'll be fun. Not me.
No, thank you.
Point fingers at you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, John.
All right, take care.
Yeah. Weather doing anything out there at all?
Switching over.
Sasha, what do you got for us for reports?
I have two DRB members that need to be reappointed. They both asked to be reappointed, Greg McGurney and Craig Oshkello.
Okay. you. Callie, any discussion on those guys at all? Been around, they've been doing it, any point, all in favor, vote aye?
Aye. Thank you. Paula Woods has reached out about the class 4 roads and
Right,
that committee.
she saw me,
When would you like to have them in, probably after town meeting?
yeah, probably, we do the informational or the formational meeting.
Like the first real meeting?
But let's not do that one, the one after that.
Like the 17th? of
Yeah,
March?
yeah.
Okay.
Is there a reason why that fell off the old gym?
The floods, I think, is really.
Don't worry, I
Old
think that's
business
where it was, the
pending.
old business pending. I have no idea, Travis, but we didn't put that on there, it should be on the
So we'll do that on the, what did you say, the
April,
March
March 17th,
17th.
17th, right?
Yep.
What,
second.
well, it's St. Patrick's Day.
And Sasha, can you make sure that gets back onto the
Yep.
pending business? Thank you.
And the last thing, Sherilyn needed to have a motion for the retro pay, if that's a go. And for what date?
So just the first pay period
First pay period of the year?
of the year.
Okay.
Isn't that what we usually do?
Wait, what was
For
it?
their- For the
For the cost of COL.
COL
That's
increase.
first pay period of the year.
Yeah, I think that's what we did last year, yeah.
She just needed the direction,
All right.
motion.
Yeah, so I move to pay the town employees their 5% raises retroactive to the first pay period of 2025.
Second?
Thank you, Robin. Any further discussion on that? All in favor? Vote aye.
Right. Okay, and that's all I have.
All right, Robin, what do you got? Anything for us?
I don't have anything. I just wanted to tell Don, though, some of that trim that you need done and stuff. I mean, if it's simple carpentry work,
What is that?
do on the town.
On the fire station?
Garage and the fire station. Is it like up high around the peaks, or is it like?
Well, it's a mixed bag. I'm happy to walk around it with you someday and show you.
Okay.
There's trees to be trimmed too.
Something I can tell
Right
them as
on.
well.
I was thinking maybe might go after, the tree trimming would be good to just get volunteers to do.
Right,
Because that's affecting the side of the building, but, you know, it's just, it's not, I don't know what kind of planking it is, it's not wood, it's like cement board, it's not even it's not even Tribex, it's not Tribex.
Yeah, I
This
wasn't
is-
anything too complicated.
Right, so,
You can take a look at it.
yeah,
Right
take a
now.
look, and I've showed two different buildings, so, you know, it's not gonna happen till, the spring anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want to put that out there for some time.
There's a board too that's gonna get put in.
So we're at the fire station,
Yeah.
so I was thinking that might be.
Yeah, if we can save any on volunteer work.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll take a peek for sure.
okay.
Thank you, Rob.
When we chainsaws.
Yeah, help with the trimming. Kevin, this corner over here, you guys are yawning a lot over here.
Long day.
Long days sometimes.
They work for a living.
Well, so does
Yeah, so
it.
does Tom.
Yeah, I know. You know.
Well, I'm talking all the time, so I'm not talking to
You know, office workers.
no picking guys.
Maybe it's just this corner real and change their seating arrangement, you know?
But that's the problem is, with your back to the camera, so you kind of close your eyes.
Right.
No one will
Yeah.
see
This
it.
way.
Yeah, until you point it out to everyone.
Until you start talking.
Exactly. You see how long, all right, Kevin, anything going on? How's things down in Berlin?
Good. Good.
Keeping the place right down there?
Trying to.
All right. Good.
The loggers have been up. Harry Berklin showed I haven't been up to see
What they're doing,
what it looks like, but they're way,
Yeah.
way up, but, I mean, they've been great.
Well, there's a
Coming
bug
down the
guy,
road.
There's one guy that's been hauling ass
The
though.
same guy,
Yeah,
which was not
there's two guys out there, there's P&L, so they've been out there a bunch, and then there's a cable crew working on, Grace's land, that's, Jamie McKinnon, and he does
Oh,
good
wow.
work. I don't think I've heard of either of those crews.
No.
They seem good. One guy was in the truck has really been hauling down the road, which scares the crap out of me.
Oh, I haven't noticed that. I
If
mean,
he's
they've
gotta
been,
stop on that flat by the schoolhouse, by Ray's house, it's gonna be.
see, I haven't noticed that. They've been highly respectful. I mean, there's a lot of people that fly on that, especially on Young Brook.
Oh, yeah.
And so I haven't, I mean, they've been super
Yeah.
respectful when I've been walking. So they've really been great.
Mike, how about yourself? Anything you can share with us?
I talked with Carol about that lot on South Hill Road, and she thought, pretty much confirmed it wasn't buildable like we thought, and then I emailed Martin last week about it, but I haven't heard back from him, so I'll track him down this week just to see if he's interested in using it as a turnaround, but.
Pretty much other than that, it's.
Yeah, like Carol confirmed, there's no value to it unless Martin wants it for an equipment turnaround. So unless, if he doesn't want it, then we're not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right, thank you, Mike. Don, or Travis?
Yeah.
I'm not part of it.
Just everybody, if you could just take a look or during the period of the next month, your thoughts on if we remove that middle railing and just replace the planking on the step and the
Right.
thing, and just not, just have the two railings on the side. and-
Is it just the
and-
cosmetics
yeah.
of the railing, or is it structurally?
Oh, it's rusting out at the base, so you'd have to replace that
The whole
whole
thing.
thing, galvanized, you might be able to still use some.
Screws are probably all
Yeah, it's all
rotten
rusted.
as shit.
Yeah, you have to do a whole new
Okay.
base and attachment, so
Alright.
one of the thoughts is that, do we really need that railing there? And the other two railings are up in here, they're not getting rusted,
So five pieces of tracks versus,
or two.
The center railing isn't needed like for code or anything, right? Because there's a
No.
ramp. I'm just throwing it right.
Yeah, no, you got the
Yeah.
ramp, and then you have the railings on both sides, so it could be an easy fix.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I know, right, you only need two pieces of tracks, you only need one to replace. So.
Alright, so, again, it's still gonna be in this, spring or summer that we get that done. Have we had any update on the Frank Piazza properties and the codes and
I
the
did,
department and the state?
about 3 weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, I met with Ron, and he just, nothing, he doesn't, he's kind of like, what do you want to do? How,
Yeah.
and there isn't really much.
Do we know anything about the state of the
Does the
building?
state
I mean, have they
use-
done, do they have, functioning running water and heat or any of that stuff, or is it still just?
My understanding is the people living
Yeah,
there.
there's folks still living there.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was just curious, is the state still physically finding them?
Yeah, I mean, that's wrapping up, but I mean, that's like,
That's it?
it's silly. And the problem, the only other thing that we can do is have the health inspector go down, but then the people there have no place to live.
Yeah.
And they would come to us, and or at least
Nicole.
Nicole,
Yes.
so we definitely don't want
Well, I think she's out of there now, but there's still some other folks living there.
We're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
No, it's just
Condemn it
curious.
and kick everybody out.
It's just amazing, I'm kind of curious that the state can just keep finding them,
Well, there's-
they don't do anything other than any enforcement.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one to do that type of work.
Yeah.
There's no gain, there's no winning and losing on it either,
As a municipality or us here, we don't have
We don't have the
our power
or the means.
Yeah.
No, it's fine, just kind of curious. And yeah, I'm gonna like this tonight.
I do. All right.
Usually keep us on
No,
track.
I know, but I was, you know, some of the stuff has to really get out of it, you know, the roads, the signs we got for some of the roads, you know,
You know, like a pre-town meeting, and give everybody a fill-in on all that.
So I
stuff.
have just a
Same,
couple of few things. We did on Friday, actually I wasn't on the call, I missed it, but Sherilyn Ray, with Northfield Savings Bank. And at this point, it looks like we're not paying anything on the loans. There's interest racking up, which in July, that will come due, it's gonna be about $120,000.
just the interest.
Just the interest. But, we're expecting through FEMA to have the money to pay, we can accept the interest at this point by the end of March
Is that for 2023?
for 2023. And then, right now, Ray, we're working on the 24 stuff, and they're willing to, we're gonna work with them on that, but,
So this is, in July is the interest of 2023?
right, on $3 million, we've got $3 million dollars worth of credit out there. We're almost exhausted.
Again, for 2023. So what about the 2024, is this another loan?
Right, that will.
Without the, that's the same long payout period?
Right. Yeah, so that we need to, we just got done with 23, so now we're gonna try to figure out going forward, but, some of that, and it's about, it's probably $6 million worth of work we can do. We can probably get away with about $4.5 million. Because a lot of it's mitigation. But we might be able to do that in stages for the next 3 years. So that could alleviate some of that pain. So we're talking with FEMA about that. And they're kind of saying, well, let's get everything together and then we'll figure it out going forward. But FEMA's been good, but I don't know what it will be like tomorrow, you know.
Yeah, those funds continue to be available.
Right, I mean, that's what's scary, it really is scary when you start seeing that in the
Yeah.
news. I know, I have a couple nights there, but it's like, oh,
Yeah.
no, what are we gonna do?
No, and there's not, that's not just our town, there's, you know, a lot of towns.
Everybody in the United
The whole country,
States.
but, you know, just,
So-
Plainfield.
We just kind of keep our head down, don't talk too loud.
Yeah.
You don't want to end up with the news.
Yeah.
Someone not be happy with it. So we're working on it, I guess, to let you know that it's not. Yeah, Northfield Savings Bank has been really good, trying to help us figure this out. Not demanding anything on their interest monthly if they wanted. But they took our notes from FEMA. And we have some spreadsheets that FEMA said that shows the payment schedule, so they're willing to wait on that stuff.
I wonder if they're doing that for other towns as well.
I don't know.
It's a big number to, you know, how many towns can they do, right?
Right, I'm sure we're not the only one.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully a lot of the institutions in Vermont are all playing ball with people. So.
Did Northfield get flooded badly in 2024 or no?
No.
Not that side of the mountain.
Yeah, no,
That's okay.
no, actually, it was really weird, it's like, cause the mountain road washed out, and then, but then, like, all the roads down lower were totally fine.
No.
Yeah, the bridges and
Yeah,
all
the
that.
bridges
I think
are all fine.
Irene, they had a little bit of problem, but.
Yeah, I think in Irene, like, Northfield Falls flooded,
Yeah.
But I think nothing since then.
yeah, nothing since then.
So I think that's it. Sasha, is there anything else we got going on? Who's everything busy on the phone and stuff?
Got everything done?
Yes. I don't think there's anything really exciting down the road that we need to address. Is there anything new that people have going on that we want to Yeah, all right, so we'll just go ahead and tackle pre-town meeting next week, then we have town meeting, and then, did everyone get, your papers in, done?
Yeah.
3 years.
Does anybody else run, did anybody else come in and run?
Oh, you mean your
Petitions.
petitions stuff?
What?
I wasn't here that day.
As far as we know, it's just 3 of us
Yeah.
running for the re-election.
Yeah,
Payments.
I'm still up for that.
No one here yet.
All right, well, if there's nothing, then, Sasha, what do we have to sign here?
One more.
Maybe you won't decide to put the kids away.
Yeah, they wanted to come tonight.
Oh, that would be.
Well, I told her, I was like, well, you should just wait till it's warm, because then if you get bored, you can go outside. And if you get bored tonight, then you're just stuck here and here.
So just start drawing again.
Yeah, but she was
How
all,
old is
she's 6, but she was very excited to come tonight.
I gotta get them here.
So,
Luna wanted to come tonight. I told her now.
Who did?
Luna.
Oh.
You can bring her today.
You say that now.
Your dog was going right?
Yeah.
The dog.
Yeah.
It's been a while to figure it out.
yeah, well, it's been fun.
So this isn't weird, so this, just a little more time here.
I could bring mine too, then I don't really use it.
Really good, I was surprised.
So we're doing really good on overtime, I think. What is this? Seems like Eric has the most in the last 2 weeks, it's only 8.5 hours.
Yeah, most of the storms have been like overnight.
Yeah.
It's the morning and then,
Well, it seems they're
and then,
actually like 5 days, or I mean, every day, but the guys, go ahead, you sign that.
Yeah,
They oftentimes are, rather than working an 8-hour day,
yeah.
it's almost like using it like comp time, which I'm fine with. They're
Oh,
getting,
yeah, no, that's a good way to do it.
they're getting their time in, and getting time off.
And then we have 2 member contracts that need to be,
This is just Sunbelt reference, yeah.
those are the annual contracts for member.
No, why don't you sign that? Or actually, Ken.
I already signed that.
Everyone can sign this, this is for our maps. Thanks, man. You turn it back.
You should charge us for tax maps annually.
Looks like. You know, we used to do that, we had assessors, right?
Yeah,
Not assessors, you were a
Lister, yeah.
lister.
Yeah, I don't think I could do the, they've got a pretty good program going.
But that's how they did it in the old days, it was volunteer listers and one,
The old days, yeah.
now all these towns have to hire.
When do those maps get corrected? Or can they get corrected?
I think you probably have to,
Petition?
well, or just reach out to them, because when they first did it, like I remember I presented a bunch of stuff to them for clients. But then, like, mine isn't right, I don't believe, for me, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm talking about, the town highways on their maps.
Oh, I don't know, I'm assuming you probably would reach out to someone, or Sasha would know, probably, you'd probably reach out to
So
someone.
personally, somebody could reach out to see.
Now, let's do one,
Yeah,
that's a good question, Travis. Let me ask, let's get,
Or do you want me to, I can circle back with Travis, I'll figure out.
Because I've contacted him and corrected him before when they originally did the tax maps back in
Member
2000.
is separate from CAI. That's
this is member.
member,
Oh, that's just
yeah.
member, yeah.
That says CAI at the end of that paperwork.
Huh?
It says CAI at the end of that paperwork. It's right at the bottom.
First page or second?
Second page.
Is that one's in there?
No, CA Technologies.
Sure.
They're the ones that hold the parcel ID map.
Mike, you want to follow up on that?
Yeah. But they're only gonna, just so you know, they're only gonna change shapes based on.
Not shapes. I'm talking about center line data.
Okay, yeah, well, that's, yeah.
Because
that's-
I know what you're saying about the shapes unless there's a survey.
Correct, yeah.
I know the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And the last time I had to correct them because they're using E911 as center line database, and the guidelines say that they gotta use V-Trans.
Very good. Thank you, Travis. Anything else going on, folks? All right.
Also, stop on the road and maybe see them, so.
I'd make a motion to adjourn.
No, I mean.
Oh, go ahead, Bob.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from January 20th, 2025.
January 21st,
January 20th, 2025, it says.
Just a little-
Was that the 21st?
She was my first, yeah.
Oh, right, you gotta put the money, okay. Well, I make a motion to change the select board minutes to January 21st, 2025, and then accept them as written.
Second.
Any other changes or thoughts on those? All right, all in favor, vote aye. Aye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Robin, for being online with that. All right, now we'll go with motion to adjourn. You have that? Mike seconded. All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Thank you, folks. Have a good night. Be safe traveling. And see you on the 18th.
The 18th, in the cafeteria.